Okay, so in these recent challenging times, many neighborhoods have felt the sting of having a foreclosed home. It's a great day when a new family can come in and fill that vacant house and make it feel lived in and
bring new life. Yes, and for the people moving in, it can be a real opportunity because often foreclosed homes may need some big time TLC, a little extra tender loving care, especially on the outside.
Yeah, sure. So Terry recently caught up with the folks at Landscape Impressions who recently tackled a crumbling patio area, and you're going to be amazed at the transformation.
Okay, today we're talking about an outdoor living space that is getting a major renovation, and we're almost talking about personal safety. We're here with Chuck Veenstra from Landscape Impressions. Tell us about the dangers that we're standing around here at this landscaping.
Well, this was put in by the homeowner originally, the previous homeowner of this house, and the construction techniques were just not what they were supposed to be. Improper base materials, so you have a major failure of a patio. This is, definitely not safe. You wouldn't want your kids to walk out on this.
And it's interesting because you talk about the selection of materials. I'm guessing you got some washout that's gone underneath. Really a reason why you need to have an expert when you're talking about this kind of, it really is home construction.
Well, that's exactly what it is, and if it's not done correctly, you have a lot of money tied up in materials here, and if you don't put it together right, if you don't use the right materials, this is potentially what's going to happen if you don't know what you're doing.
And this is only 4 or 5 years ago that it was installed. It can happen pretty quickly.
With the rain we've had this spring, water is a big part of what causes a lot of this. And we get a lot of water in the spring, and we get washouts, we get failure of the subsoils, and this is what they end up with.
Okay, so this is part of the outdoor deck space. You also have a renovation going on because of water that's coming into the downstairs, almost potentially the downstairs living area.
Right. Improper slopes, improper grades. Right now the water is flowing towards the house when it should be flowing away from the house, so we need to correct that as well.
And so a major renovation going on, changing the deck, it starts with, though, the foundation.
Right, that's the most important part. And we're going to give them the same usable space, but we're just going to make it safer, sounder, and we're going to change it up a little bit.
All right, so we're changing this back into usable outdoor living space with Landscape Impressions.
Wow, the before and after, just amazing. Not only was the old patio an eyesore, there were so many safety concerns since those bricks and walls were just falling apart.
Yeah, and that was an example of the previous homeowner trying to construct the patio and retaining walls without really any expertise in that exact area, using perhaps the wrong materials and then using some of them incorrectly as well. So in a case like this, it can actually cost more money in the long run than it would have had you just called an expert like Chuck Veenstra and his team from Landscape Impressions to do it right the first time.
Yeah. Landscape Impressions has 2 great locations, 68th Street in Caledonia, Dutton area, and also you can see their store on South Patterson, heading south toward the Gun Lake Yankee Springs area. They do have a great nursery at both locations with wonderful selections of trees and shrubs and all your landscaping materials. Big on people's minds these days.
Yeah, definitely. It's totally the season to do the outdoor decorating.
Yeah.